There, thank you. Okay, so if you have a brick, have a brick handy. If you have a belt handy. Yeah, belt, definitely have. If you haven't got a brick, don't worry, you can just kind of figure it out. Hope for the best. We'll be coming into half moon later, so you can kind of just hover the hand, or you can rest your hand on a wall or a chair or something else if that's available to you. So when you're ready, let's just come down onto our backs and we'll just have a couple of moments there. I'll get out of the sunshine so I can see. Yeah, maybe pull it over a little bit, please, Duncan. Okay, so any comfortable position on your back. Thanks. Actually, maybe a little bit more. Sorry, just close. My assistant's just closing the curtain for me. Thank you. Okay, so let the eyes close when you're comfortable. And we'll just have a few moments just arriving into the practice. So allow your body to soften and settle. And just start to draw your awareness internally. So letting go of your morning so far. Not worrying about the day ahead, just bringing yourself into the present moment. And becoming aware of the physical tone of your body this morning, so noticing how you're feeling. And whatever you notice is fine. Maybe having a little scan through the body. Just if you do notice any tension, held tension as you do go through the body, just allow the breath to travel there and see if you can encourage that area to soften. So checking in with the belly, shoulders, jaw, the hips. And see if you can get everything to relax and feel easeful. And noticing your breath. Becoming aware of the flow of your natural breath. And keeping the tummy super soft, just start to take some slightly deeper breaths. So in and out through the nose as you breathe. Bringing the inhale down low into the belly. And as the belly rises, see if you can allow the breath to travel wide into the rib cage. And then back up into the chest. As you exhale, just a slow, controlled exhalation through the nose, just feel that softening and release. And just taking a few more like that. So finding a nice steady rhythm, inhale and exhale, similar length and quality. Just really trying to keep your attention anchored to the breath just for a few moments. So we're back into our hamstrings and glutes practice today. So working a little bit on activation and strengthening into the back of the hip. So it's quite a strong practice today. At any time you want to stop and take a rest or a modification, just please do so. Be really mindful of how you feel through the practice. Don't push past any kind of resistance or don't push past your edge. You can work hard, but work sensibly at the same time. So when you're ready, let the eyes blink open. And just start by having a little squeeze of the knees up into the chest. Maybe just gently rocking from side to side or turning circles with the knees. And again, another opportunity just to notice how you're feeling through the hips, through the lower back. So we're going to bring the feet together and let the knees drop open wide. So we're going to pulse up into kind of some frog position bridges. So we're starting quite actively this morning. So when you're ready, lift the hips up, press through the outer edges of the feet. The inner feet can be together and then squeeze up into your glutes. Keep the knees nice and wide and then nice and slowly bring the hips back down to the ground. So we're going to do a few more of those. So squeeze the hips up, really squeeze into your bottom and then slowly down to the floor. Again, lift the hips, a little squeeze into your bum Knees wide, feet together, lower the hips down. Let's do 2 more. Lift the hips up and squeeze. Roll it back down. So really get that squeeze at the top of the movement. So again, lifting up, squeeze into your glutes. Slowly lower back down. Adjust your feet so they're in your normal bridge position. So fairly close to your bum, roughly hips distance. Let the lower back sort of move down towards the ground and then peel up into your bridge. So rolling through your spine. And when you're up, just shimmy the shoulder blades towards each other underneath you. We're not going to be here for too long. Press the feet and again, really squeeze into your bottom. Keep your upper inner thighs kind of hugging towards each other. Keep the feet strong into the ground. Just notice where you feel the kind of strongest part of the movement. So maybe in your bum, a little bit in your hamstrings, and then slowly roll it back down. So adjusting the length of our stride. So we're going to step the feet away from us. So stepping the feet forward about a foot's length or half a foot. And then again, just gently let the lower back come down to the ground as we peel up into a slightly longer bridge. So the demand's going to shift now a little bit more into the hamstrings rather than the glutes. So keep pressing strongly down the feet and just be aware of where you feel the sensation in this pose. Notice how it's changed. Try not to let the inner feet lift. Keep pressing down through the base of the big toe. Good, 1 more breath. And then slowly rolling down through the back. Adjusting the feet again. So stepping the feet forward again, another kind of half foot's length. And then coming back up into that bridge. So rolling up. So we're even longer, so even more hamstring demand here. You might even lift the toes, press down through the heels. That feels too intense, you can bring the toes down. Take another breath or 2. And then when you're ready, you can slowly roll back through the spine, bringing the hips to the ground. Well done. Bring the knees into the chest. Let's have a squeeze. Maybe a gentle rock from side to side. Okay, feet back into regular bridge position, so fairly close towards your bum. We're going to come into single leg bridges now. So lift the hips up into bridge. I'm going to hold on to the sides of my mat for this, but you can kind of put your hands where you want to. Little rotation of the shoulder blades towards each other, but don't interlace the hands underneath the back because we're going to bring the hips back down. So right leg, bend the knee up to the chest, and then straighten the leg towards the sky. Keep lifting the hips. And then nice and slowly, you're going to lower the hips down, just graze the floor. And driving into the left heel, lift the hips up, squeeze into left glutes. So we're going to do 5, so that's 1. So lower the hips down, squeeze up, 2. Lower the hips down, squeeze up, that's 3. Lower the hips down, squeeze up, that's 4. 1 more time, lower the hips down, squeeze up, that's 5. Keep the hips up, bring the right foot down to the ground. Switching sides, so left knee in, straighten the leg. And then lower the hips slowly to the ground. Drive the hips up, squeeze into right glutes. And again, slowly lower. Lifting up for 2. Slowly lower. Strong heel, lift up for 3. Lowering down. Squeeze up for 4. Last time, lowering down. And squeeze up for 5. Good, bring the left foot down. Squeeze into your bum, lift the hips nice and high. And then slowly rolling down through the spine. Good, bring the soles of the feet together, knees wide. And just rock the knees from side to side here. Supta Baddha Konasana, just kind of loosening off through the hips. Good, bring the feet back to the floor, take the feet nice and wide, bring the arms out wide into a big T shape. We're going to drop both knees to the right. And then lifting the knees up and then over to the left. So in your own time, just a few times side to side. Windscreen wiping the knees, left to right, right to left. Okay, so lifting the knees up, knees into the chest, rock yourselves up to sitting, and then spin yourself round onto hands and knees. So fingers spreading nice and wide, positioning wrists under the shoulders, knees under the hips. So again, you're really focusing on getting work into the glutes here. So front ribs are going to pull up, Hip points are going to squeeze up to the ribs and you're feeling short across the front of the body. Maintain that there. Don't let the belly drop because then you're going to feel the work more into the lower back. Keep the belly nice and strong. Extend the right leg behind you. Flex the foot. Squeeze the leg up until you feel that kind of engagement through your glute muscles. Then we're going to bend the heel towards the bum under imagined resistance. So you're getting like a hamstring curl. So really feel that kind of power. And then we're going to pulse the foot up towards the ceiling. So keep the belly in, ribs in, and then we're going to pulse the foot up. So we're going to do 10. So squeeze the foot up and soften. 1. Squeeze for 2, soften. Squeeze for 3, soften. Squeeze for 4, squeeze for 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. Let the leg lengthen. Bring the knee down to the ground. Knees wide. Let's take a very brief child's pose. So hips to heels. Maybe taking a few circles around with the hands to release any tension through the wrists. Same thing, second side. Back onto all fours. So again, you bring in the front of the body in, keeping that firm. Left leg lengthens. Flex the foot. Squeeze the leg up. Feel those glutes engage. Squeeze the heel towards the bum under imagined resistance, get that hamstring curl, and then pulsing up for 1, and again, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. Bring the left knee down. Very brief child's pose, so sinking back to the heels. Again, you can circle the hands. And then back into all fours. So again, just positioning yourself, wrists under shoulders, spreading fingers, front ribs in, firm belly. We're going to kick the leg out to the side. So you're going to keep that 90-degree bend in the hip and the knee. And then right leg is going to come out to the right side. So keeping the hips nice and steady as you squeeze the right leg out. So feeling that kind of engagement through the outer right hip. So lifting the leg out. And then bringing it down. So we're going to do 5. And again, 2, bring it down. 3, 4, and 5. Good. Bring the knee down, straight to the other side. So left side, squeeze the leg out to the side for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Good. Bring the leg down. Tuck the toes. Let's come into a very brief downward facing dog. So hips up and back. Just take a couple of pedals through the feet. So one heel lifts as the other one presses back to the ground. Strong into the hands. Let the head be nice and heavy. Good. So rock it back forward. Come to all fours again. So it's slightly different, a little bit more challenge for the core. So we're going to bring the right arm forward, extend the left leg back. Same thing, keep drawing up through the front of the body. So don't let the belly drop down. Don't let the lower back arch. Flex your left foot. And then we're going to squeeze heel to bum. So squeeze it up under imagined resistance. Imagine someone's pressing on your heel and then lengthen the leg. And again, squeeze up and lengthen. Squeeze up and lengthen. Good. Really press and lengthen. One more time. Squeeze and lengthen. Hand down, knee down, switching sides. So left arm forward, right leg back. Draw the ribs up, firm the belly. Keep the hips nice and level. Flex the right foot and then get that imagined resistance as you squeeze the right heel towards the bum and then lengthen. And again, squeeze, lengthen, squeeze, lengthen. 2 more. Squeeze, lengthen. Last time. Squeeze, lengthen. Hand down, knee down, downward facing dog. Good. Okay. Increasing the demand a little bit more now. So rocking it forward to plank. You can always bring your knees down at any time here. So wrists are under the shoulders, hips nice and low. Tuck with your pelvis so your hip points are kind of shifting up towards your front ribs. Strong through the hands. So we're going to lift the right leg and squeeze into your bum. So as the right leg lifts, the belly stays nice and strong. So lift the right foot and down, switching sides. Left foot, squeeze up and down. Switch, right leg up, down, left, up, down. One more each side, right up and down. Squeeze left and down. Downward facing dog or child's pose. Just for a moment. Okay, back into plank. So we're going to lift the right leg up again, little squeeze into your bum. This time, see if you can lengthen the left arm forward at the same time. It's super challenging. Have a moment. Ooh, I've gone. Left hand down, right foot down, downward facing dog. Same on the other side, rock it forward to your plank. Squeeze the left foot up, so squeeze into your bum. Maybe extend that right arm forward. Take a breath or two. Right hand down, left foot down, downward facing dog. Well done. Okay, press your feet strongly down into the mat. And then have the feeling of trying to pull your feet away from each other. So as the feet try and pull apart, that creates a little bit of engagement through the outer hip muscles. So press strongly through the hands at the same time. Good. And then rock it forward to a plank. Bring the knees to the ground. Roll down onto your belly. So you're going to reach the hands back into locust. We're going to bring the fingertips to the floor beside the hips. Lift through the heels of the hands so you're on kind of tented fingers. Lift the head, lift the chest, slide your shoulder blades down and together. Lift the feet from the floor and then start to squeeze your heel bones towards each other. As the feet draw together, that creates a little bit more contraction engagement through those glutes, outer hips. So take a breath. Good, keep everything where it is. See if you can sweep the arms forward. Grab hold of your imaginary pull-up bar and then squeeze the elbows down to the height of the shoulders. So you're engaging through the lats as well. So whole back body working really strongly here. Have a moment and then bring everything down. Press back through to downward facing dog. Well done. Okay, right foot forward between the hands, left knee to the ground, low lunge. So we're going to start to rock back through the hips. So as you lift the hips up and back, the front leg is going to straighten or come to as straight as possible. So front leg straight, fingers to the floor, press down through your front heel. So the right heel is going to really anchor to the ground. And then again, have that feeling of trying to pull that heel towards you. It's pressing strongly, it's not going to move. That's just going to create that engagement contraction through the back of that right thigh. Keep lengthening forward with the heart. Take a couple of breaths. Good, one more. Keep all that work pressing down and pulling. And then bend the knee. Make your way back to downward facing dog. Same thing on the other side. So left foot between the hands, right knee down, low lunge. Rock the hips back so this left leg becomes straight. And then you're going to press through the heel. So lifting the toes, press through the heel and try and pull that foot back towards you. And just see what happens through those muscles as that kind of engagement happens through the heel. Start to contract through the hamstrings on that left side. Take a few slow, steady breaths. Good, and then bend the knee. Step back through to downward facing dog. Okay, down dog, we're going to start to walk forward. So padding the feet to the front of the mat. Coming into a standing fold, feet under the hips. Just let everything hang over the legs just for a breath or two. And then bring the hands behind the back of the body, interlace the fingers, squeeze the shoulder blades together and down, reach the arms away from you. Bend your right knee, straighten your left leg, and start to turn the chest towards the straight leg. Take a couple of breaths. Well done, and then soften both knees, center the chest, and then switching sides, so bending the left knee, turning slightly towards the right leg. Good, well done. Nice, and then rebend both knees, release the hands down. Utkatasana, drop the hips back and low. As you inhale, sweep the arms forward and up. So see if you can take the weight a little bit into the heels here. Keep it nice and low. Good, and then coming to stand on an inhale. So straighten the legs, standing tall. Bringing the hands all the way down. Okay, little shake of the legs. Going to come into active tree pose and then into a couple of kind of wide leg sumo squats. So front of the mat, stand nice and tall, strong feet. We're going to lift the right knee in towards the chest and then open the right knee out to the side. Don't use your hands, just use your active range. So it doesn't matter where you come to. Then we're just going to hover the right foot inside that left leg. So we're not going to connect anything together. Press down through the left foot, really hugging through the outer left hip. Take a breath. Notice those outer hip muscles on that right side working to hold that leg in place. And then we're going to follow that knee round. So opening out to the side as you step wide on your mat, facing the long edge of your mat. Heels in, toes out, hands to the hips. Inhale here, keep the chest high, keep the weight back towards the heels as we squat down into the knees. And as we inhale, we're going to press the feet strong, straighten the legs. So again, exhale to squat, inhale to lift. Again, exhale to squat, inhale to lift. 2 more, squatting down, knees wide, strong into the feet to rise. Squatting down, we're going to hold this one. So staying down, Garudasana arms, right elbow on top of left. Find your bind or press backs of hands together. Lift the elbows up, press them away. Little fold, so drawing the elbows down towards the belly as we fold forward. Keep those legs and feet super strong. Take a breath or 2. Good, and then inhale, slowly rise. Switching elbows, left on top, find your bind, legs working super hard. And then slowly bend, folding into it, elbows towards the belly. Legs and feet remain strong. Good, and then slowly rise. Coming up, release the hands, hands to the waist, straighten those legs. Turn to the back of the mat. We're going to lift the left knee up to the chest, coming into that active tree pose. So open the left knee out to the side, not using the hands, and then hover the left foot to the inner right leg. Press the right foot strongly down into the floor. Outer hip muscles working strongly on that left side. Take a breath. Good, and then same thing, we're going to open the knee as we follow it round and step out into that wide position again, heels out, toes in. And then nice and slowly sinking down into the knees, hands onto the knees this time. Keep low in your squat, keep the weight back in the heels. And then turning the chest towards the left leg as we bend the left elbow and kind of dip down with the right shoulder. Lifting up on an inhale and then turning to the right. So the right elbow bends as you dip the left shoulder down. And again, lifting up, dipping to the left. So bend the left elbow, dip. And again, lifting up, switching sides. So turning chest towards that right leg. Good, lifting up, straighten the legs, hands to prayer, turn to the front of the mat and step forward. Have a little shake of the legs. Okay, so we're going to do a few half sun salutations, adding a squat. So as always, just come down as far as feels comfortable. You might just only take a tiny little bend of the knees, or you can come into a deep squat, whatever works in your body this morning. So strong feet, standing tall, chest up, shoulders down. Inhale, reach the arms to the sky, and then turn the toes out, coming through a squat on the exhale. So squatting down into position. So inhale where you are, keep the chest high, and then fingers to the floor, standing fold on the exhale. So square the feet as you go. Half lift, long spine, inhale. Soften and fold, exhale. All the way up. Reach to the sky, look up. Hands to prayer. 2 more. Inhale, reach. Exhale through your squat. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, standing fold, Uttanasana. Half lift, lengthen, inhale. Refold, exhale. Strong feet to rise. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, bring the hands down. One more time. Inhale, reach. Exhale, squat. Inhale in your squat. And then exhale, standing fold. Halfway lift, pull the spine long. Refold. All the way up. Strong feet to rise. Reach the arms. Hands come down. Okay. Moving through a few little lunges before we step into high lunge here. So a little bit more work through the back of the hip. So we're going to start with the right leg. So bring the hands to prayer. We're going to step the right foot back, lean the chest forward, bend the back knee, lift the back leg and step forward, tap the toe forward. We're going to do a few of those. So step back into a lunge, come forward, tap the right toe. We're going to do 3 more. So step back, lunge, lift up, tap the toe. And again, step back, lunge, lift up and tap. And again, back, lunge, lift up and tap. This time, step back, stay in your high lunge. Inhale, reach the arms high. Then as you exhale, reach the arms back as you angle the chest forward. So you're loading up through that left leg. Inhale, lift up, reach high. Exhale, bring the hands down, make your way to your plank. Inhale in your plank. And then nice and slowly come down to your tummy for locust again. Reach the hands back, fingertips next to the hips to the ground. Keep the hands down. Inhale, lift the chest, lift the head, lift the feet. Squeeze those feet towards each other. Good, really feel that engagement through the bum. And then feet down, hands under shoulders, press through to downward facing dog. Press your feet into the floor, try and pull them away from each other. And then as you exhale, step your right foot forward for high lunge. Inhale to rise, reach the arms up. And then exhale, angle forward with the chest as the arms sweep back. Load that front leg. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fingers down, step forward. Halfway lift, inhale. Refold. Utkatasana, drop the hips down and low. Inhale, reach the arms forward and up. And then standing tall, bringing the hands down. Hands to prayer. Lunges with the left leg. So step the left leg back as you angle the chest forward, bend the knee. Lift up, tap the toes forward. And again, left leg back, bend the knee. Lift up and tap. 3 more. Back and drop. Lift up and tap. Again, drop back into your lunge. Lifting up. Last one. Lunging back. Coming forward. This time stepping straight back into high lunge. So toes down. Inhale, reach the arms high. And then fold forward as you reach the arms back. Good. Inhale, rise and reach. Exhale, hands down, plank pose. Inhale in your plank, strong hands, lift the upper back. Make your way down to your belly. Exhale. Reach back, fingers to the floor next to the hips. Inhale, lift everything away from the mat. Draw your heel bones towards each other. Take a breath. Keep your eyes down to the floor. And then hands down, feet down, press through to your downward facing dog. Press your feet down into the ground. Try and pull them away from each other. Exhale, left foot forward, runner's lunge first. And then inhale to rise into your high lunge. Exhale, angle the chest forward as you stretch the arms back. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bring the fingers down, step forward under control. Halfway lift, inhale. Refold, exhale. Utkatasana, drop the hips down and low. Inhale, sweep the arms forward and up. Coming to stand, strong feet, straighten the legs. Bring the hands down. Whew, okay, back into Utkatasana. So drop the hips back and low. Inhale, reach the arms forward and up, stepping straight into crescent from here. So lift the right leg, step back into your high lunge. Arms are high. Hands to prayer. Going to twist to the left, hover the right elbow above the left knee. Inhale, lift the chest. Then again, twist to the left, right elbow hovers above the knee. Lift the chest. Left foot's forward, yeah? Twist. And then hover. One more time. Twist and hover. And lift up. Good. Bring the hands to the floor. Step back into plank pose. Inhale in your plank. And then make your way down to your belly. This time we're going to reach the arms forward. Grab your imaginary pull-up bar. Squeeze those elbows down. Lift the feet. Squeeze the heel bones together. Different variation of locust pose. Take a breath. Good. And then bring the hands down, bring the feet down. Strong belly, press through to down dog. Good. Inhale, raise and reach the right leg this time. Exhale, step the right foot forward. Runner's lunge first. And then inhale to stretch the arms high into crescent lunge, high lunge. Exhale, hands to prayer. And then twist to the front knee, hover the left elbow. Inhale, lift the chest. Again, exhale, twist and hover. Inhale, lift the chest. Twist and hover. Lift the chest, last time. Twist and hover. Lift the chest. Good. Bring the fingers to the floor, step forward, exhale. Halfway lift, pull your spine long. Refold. Drop the hips low, coming into Utkatasana, stretch the arms forward and up. Good. And then we're going to stand tall, straight legs, bring the hands down. Whew, well done. Back into chair pose, Utkatasana. So hips back and low. Reach the arms forward and up. Stepping the left leg back this time. So lift the left foot, keep low in that right knee. Step the left leg back into high lunge. Hands to prayer. Then as you exhale, twist and hover towards that front knee. Inhale, lift. Exhale, twist and hover. Strong front leg. Inhale, lift. One more, twist and hover. Good. Inhale, lift. Bring the hands down. Find your plank pose. Strong hands in plank. Exhale to the floor for locust. Arms forward, grab your bar. Lift the chest, squeeze the elbows down. Lift the feet, heel bones towards each other. Take a breath or two. Good, and then bring the hands under the shoulders, feet down, strong belly, press through to down dog. Okay, well done. Inhale, left leg up and back. And then stepping forward as you exhale, find that position with your lunge. Inhale, stretch the arms high. Exhale, hands to prayer, twist to the left. Inhale, lift the chest. And again, exhale, twist and hover. Inhale, lift the chest. Last time, twist and hover. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fingers to the floor and step forward. Halfway lift and lengthen. Refold. Chair pose, drop the hips low. Inhale, stretch the arms forward and up. And then slowly stand, bring the legs straight, bring the hands down. Okay, coming back into Utkatasana. So when you're ready, hips low, reach the arms forward and up. We're going to stand on the right leg as we lift the left knee to the chest and the right leg straightens into a little balance. Sink down into the right knee, bring the left foot back down into Utkatasana, switching sides. So press through the left leg as the right knee lifts up. Again, bend the left knee, slowly bring the right foot down, standing on the right leg, left knee up. Bend the right knee, left foot down, one more time, standing on the left leg, right knee up. Bend the knee, back into chair pose, and then forward fold as you exhale. Halfway lift, inhale, lengthen. Bring the fingers down, step the right leg back into high lunge. Inhale, stretch the arms high. Exhale, bring the hands to chest. twist to the right, left, sorry, and hover the right elbow above the left knee. Inhale, lift the chest. And again, exhale, hover and twist. Inhale, lift. Exhale, twist and hover. Good, one more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, twist and hover. Maybe connect elbow to knee this time. Lengthen with your chest and just hold that twist. Press your palms together. Good. Undo, hands to the floor, step back into your plank. Inhale where you are. Exhale all the way down for locust again. So you're going to reach the right arm forward only, and we're going to lift the left leg up only. Grab your imaginary pull-up bar, squeeze the right arm down towards the height of the shoulder. The left hand can stay underneath the shoulder on the ground. So you've got that kind of diagonal strength across the back of the body. Good, switching sides. So lengthen the left arm forward, lift the right leg, left foot down, right hand down, grab your bar, and then squeeze the left elbow down. Good, take a breath. Bring everything down to the floor, press through to down dog. Inhale, stretch your right leg high. Exhale, step your right foot forward, runner's lunge first. Inhale to rise into high lunge. Hands to prayer, and then we're going to twist and hover to the right. So slowly twist, hover the elbow. Inhale, lift the chest up, and then exhale, twist and hover. Inhale, lift, and again, twist and hover. Slow and controlled. Inhale, lift, twist. This time, connect elbow to knee if it does connect. Press through the elbow to get a little bit more rotation. Press the hands together, lengthen through your back. Back leg strong. Well done, everybody. Undo. Bring the fingers to the floor and step forward. Half lift, inhale. Refold, exhale. Utkatasana, drop the hips low. Inhale, bring the arms forward and up. We'll come straight into those little leg lifts to that now. So we're going to stand on the right leg, lift the left knee up. Bend into the right leg, bring the left foot down, switching sides. Straighten the left leg, lift the right knee, bend the left knee, both feet down. Again, lift the left leg, straighten the right, back into your chair. Last time, lift the right knee and down. Good, inhale here. And then as you exhale, fold over the legs. Halfway lift, lengthen your back. Fingers down, left leg back, runner's lunge first. Strong front foot to rise into high lunge. Hands to prayer. And then twist to the right and hover the elbow. Good. Inhale, lift the chest. And again, exhale, twist and hover. Inhale, lift. You're going to hold it this time. Exhale, twist. Elbow to knee if you wish. And then press through the hands as you lengthen through the back. Good. Undo, hands to the floor, step back into plank. Inhale in your plank. Exhale all the way to the ground. Right arm forward, left leg lifts. Lift the head and the chest. Squeeze the elbow down on that right side. Keep the right foot down and the left hand down. Switching sides. So left arm forward, right leg lifts. Squeeze the left elbow down. Good. Bring the hand down, bring the knee down. Downward facing dog. Good, last time. Inhale, lift the left leg up and back. Step forward, runner's lunge. Rise on the inhale. Hands to prayer, twist to the knee. Hover. Inhale, lift. And again, exhale, twist and hover. Inhale, lift. This time we're going to connect. So exhale, connect elbow to knee. Lengthen through your back, press your hands together. Undo, bring the fingers to the floor, step forward. Come up halfway. Refold, Utkatasana, drop the hips low. Inhale, stretch the arms forward and up. And then coming all the way up to stand. Good, well done. Okay, so we're going to add a couple of standing poses now. So have your brick handy. We'll come into half moon at some point, if we've got time. Okay, so we're just going to do one more round of some sun salutations. Come into crescent high lunge, and then into warrior 3. So a little balance challenge. And then we'll slow it down because it's really, I'm really warm, don't know about you. So nice strong feet standing tall. Inhale, stretch the arms high. Exhale, fold forward. Come up halfway and lengthen. Let's take both feet back into a plank. So inhale in your plank. Exhale either all the way to the floor, or you can hover in your chaturanga. Lift the chest into cobra or up dog, all the way through to downward facing dog. Okay, right foot forward for high lunge. So keep on the ball and toes of the back foot. Lift up into your high lunge, arms high. Hands to prayer. So coming into warrior 3 from here. So back leg can step forward slightly, give yourself a bit more chance to lift. Really power up the front leg as we lift the back toes from the floor. So it doesn't matter how high you lift, your toes might be off the floor just an inch, or you might lift your leg a little bit higher. So as the leg lifts, the torso angles forward, trying to keep the hips nice and level. And then we're going to start to lift the chest as we tap the left toes to the ground, and then sliding back into the warrior 3 position. So lift the foot. Again, bring the foot down, tap, and then back into warrior 3, lift. 2 more, bring the foot down and tap, lift and lengthen. Last one, lifting up, and angle chest forward as the left leg lifts. Bend the front knee, step back into high lunge. Inhale, reach. Exhale, hands to the floor, downward facing dog. You can stay in down dog, you can take a child's pose, or inhale to plank. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift the chest. Downward dog, exhale. Left foot forward, high lunge again. So inhale to rise. Then exhale, bring the hands down. Angle the chest forward, maybe shorten the stride slightly if that helps. And then lifting the right leg from the floor. Doesn't matter how high you go. Try and keep the right hip in line with the left, which is really tricky. Slowly start to lift the chest as you tap the right toes to the ground. And then angle the chest forward as the back leg lifts. A few more of those. So tap the foot down and then lift. Again, lift the chest, tap the toes, angle the chest forward, lift the leg. Last one, lift the chest, bring the foot down, lift the leg, angle the chest forward, sink into the left knee, step back into your high lunge. Inhale, reach the arms high. Exhale, bring the hands down, step back into downward facing dog. You can stay, drop into child's pose, or take a vinyasa. Inhale forward to your plank. Bend the elbows, lower the chest and belly. Inhale, lift the chest, up dog or cobra. Downward facing dog. Exhale. Okay, warrior 2. So let's bring the right foot forward and spin the left heel down. Have your brick on the front of the mat, so in front of your right foot. So we'll use that to come into half moon. So warrior 2 to begin with, feet wide, heels roughly in line, front knee bending, open the chest to the side of the mat, sinking down into that front knee. Back foot strong, shoulder blades broad across the upper back. Good, so we're going to come into half moon from here. So I'm going to bring my left hand onto my hip. I'm going to step my back foot forward just a smidge, keeping my left hip open as I bring my right hand down onto the brick. Power up your front leg to lift the back foot away from the floor. So your right hand wants to be underneath your right shoulder as you lift the back leg up and away. Flex your left foot and then maybe reach the left arm to the sky. So have a couple of breaths. If you want to really work your right leg, then you can see if you can hover that right hand just off the floor, off your brick. Good. Soften your right knee. See how lightly you can step back into your warrior 2. Good, well done, really nice. Windmill the hands to the floor. Step back into your downward facing dog. So you're going to have your brick on the other side. So we're going to repeat the same thing. We'll go straight into it without a vinyasa. So left foot forward, right heel to the ground for warrior 2. So feet kind of roughly heels in line, sinking down into your left knee, flying the arms away from each other. Power up your back leg, broaden your shoulder blades. Keep pulling that left knee open to the left. Good, and then right hand to right waist. Maybe step the back foot forward slightly. Power your left leg to lift your back leg whilst you keep your hips open and stacked, lifting the right leg up, left hand under the shoulder. Maybe reaching the right arm up to the sky. Good, nice strong left foot. Lovely, good, well done everybody. And then if you want, you can just see if you can hover that left hand super, super hard. Good, and then soften the front knee as lightly and gracefully as you can, stepping back into your warrior 2. Well done. Beautiful. Bring the hands to the floor. Step back to downward facing dog. One last vinyasa if you wish. So inhale to plank. Hover or all the way down. Lift the chest, cobra or up dog. Downward facing dog. Drop your knees. And let's take a very well earned child's pose. Well done, everybody. Super strong work today. I don't know about you, but I'm done in. Okay, take a couple of breaths. Smooth and steady the breath again. In and out through the nose. Just finding that lovely depth of breath again. So really low and wide. Just feeling it at the back of the body. Good, okay. So when you're ready, bring yourself back onto all fours. Either spinning round and sitting on your bum, or if you want to take a little hop forward, come back into downward facing dog. So if you're jumping forward, be really strong in the hands. Wrap your armpits towards each other underneath you, really engage through the sides of the body. So your serratus anterior muscle. Bend the knees, lift the hips, look forward, feel springy. Weight in the hands as you lightly hop and land on the tops of the feet with the ankles crossed. Then you can pull your feet through, coming onto your bum. Good, well done. Slowly under control onto your back. Actually, no, sit up. Sorry, that's not what you want, is it? So we're going to bring the hands behind us. So about a hand's length away from your bum, fingertips pointing towards you, or fingers pointing to the sides of the mat. So whatever feels more comfortable for you. Any shoulder issues, then keep the hips down because this is quite strong in the shoulder as well as the back of the body. So lift the chest, press through the hands, squeeze the shoulder blades together, point the toes and draw the heels in towards you just an inch, no more. Firm the belly, really strong hands as you lift the hips away from the floor. As the hips lift, you're pressing the toes forward towards the ground. Squeeze up into your glutes. So reverse plank, really good for strengthening the back of the body. So you're resisting that pull of gravity. Maybe look up to the sky. Don't let the head drop all the way back. But you can take the eyes a bit higher. Keep squeezing up through those hips. One more breath. And then nice and slowly lowering down straight into a forward fold. So Paschimottanasana, coming forward over the legs, catching the feet, the shins, taking the strap around the feet, whatever feels good. Let it be pretty mellow. Just taking a few slow, steady breaths. Bending the knees as much as you need to feel comfortable. Trying to encourage a little bit of length through the upper back. If you want to work it still, you can press the heels into the floor and that same action of trying to pull the heels back towards you, but let's let it be a bit softer now. I've done loads of work today. Good. And then nice and slowly, let's roll down onto our backs. Bring the feet to the floor. Take the right ankle on top of the left knee. And then draw the legs in towards you, hands behind the back of the left thigh. Let's just feel a nice stretch on the outer right hip here. You could use a belt around the thigh if the hands don't want to reach all the way around. Try and keep the shoulders relaxed. Gently pressing the right knee open away from you, little flexion through that right foot. Slow, steady breath. Well done. Take one more. And then release everything back down, both feet to the ground, left ankle on top of the right knee. Again, just lightly press the left knee open, flex the foot, draw the right leg up, bring the hands around the back of that right thigh. You can let the lower right leg be quite passive here. And just feel your body, let the breath slow. Well done. One more deep breath. And then release both feet down to the ground. Take your feet nice and wide on the mat, arms out nice and wide. Drop the knees to the right, turn the head to the left. Just take a few slow, steady breaths. You can close the eyes here if that feels good. Nice, and then slowly lift as you breathe in. And then everything in the opposite direction as you breathe out. Again, smooth, steady breath. Nice, okay, lifting up on the in-breath. Draw both knees up into the chest, have a squeeze, little rock, turning circles, little massage into the lower back. So coming straight into Shavasana from here. If you want to put any socks or jumpers on, you can, or you can just come straight into your resting pose. So when you're ready, either legs long, feet as wide as your mat, let the toes turn out to the sides, palms up, hands slightly wider than the mat. If that doesn't feel comfortable on your lower back, then bring your feet to the floor. Again, take them nice and wide on the mat so the knees can drop together so the legs can really rest. And then when you're down, press the back of the skull down into the ground and lift the shoulder blades and the upper back away from the floor. Slide your shoulder blades down and then allow the weight of the body to return to the ground. Just giving yourself a little bit more space across the chest. And the eyes are gently closing. So take a nice big inhale through your nose and allow it to release through the mouth. Another big in-breath through your nose, out through the mouth. Lips closed. And just allow the teeth to gently part behind the lips. Tip of the tongue resting behind the teeth. Tongue released from the roof of the mouth. Just feel the root of the tongue widening into the throat. And draw your awareness to the forehead. Just allow the brow to smooth. Space between the eyebrows slightly widening. Allow the eyes to be very soft. Cheeks relaxed. Throat open. Shoulders relaxed. Both arms from the shoulder to the elbows, wrists, hands, fingers. Completely relaxed, heavy. Belly, very soft. And releasing any held tension here, just letting everything soften and relax. The whole front of the body feeling like it's melting into the back of the body. And the back of the body spreading into the ground, taking up space. Hips and buttocks heavy, soft. And then both legs, from the hips down to the thighs, knees, lower legs, ankles, feet, toes, completely relaxed. And feel your whole body soften, release, let go. Feel yourself supported by the ground underneath you. Allowing yourself a few moments of stillness and quiet. And as you rest, just let your awareness linger on that space in between your eyebrows. Just noticing what you notice. Being aware but not distracted. And then gently beginning to deepen the breath again. Noticing the increase in movement through the body. And then bringing some gentle movement back into the fingers and the toes. Maybe circling through the hands and the feet. And then as you feel ready to, you can reach the arms up overhead and have a nice big full body stretch. And then slowly draw the knees up into the chest, have a little squeeze and a hug and a rock from side to side, or you can stay still if you need a few more moments. Bring the feet down to the ground. Keep the eyes closed as you roll over to one side. Just pause there for a moment or two. And then using the hands to bring yourself up to a comfortable seat, palms together at the chest. And then slowly let the head nod to the fingers. The body bow to the ground. Let the eyes blink open. And then slowly lifting yourselves back up. Thanks, everybody. I shall stop the vid.